My name is Catherine Zeiser Taylor. I'm 17, I'm from Des Moines, Iowa, and I'm currently a high school senior. I studied microcredit and its effects on rural women in India. I interviewed women who were participating in a self-help group, which it's basically microcredit applied to small groups. And through that, they kind of rely on each other, and they use small amounts of money to kind of raise funding for their community. Sometimes I would go into villages with an interpreter, and I would get to sit inside their houses. They were all so welcoming. I couldn't have met more hospitable people. They were just so proud of what they had. A lot of time, like what we see in America is we're complaining about what we don't have, but then they were just so excited that this woman had a CD player, and it was very moving just to see that. Well, you learn to view the world with a more holistic approach. I mean, without seeing what it's like in other countries, you just don't see the perspective, and you really gain that. I mean, before I had no idea. You can't really help it, but you just see things from an American perspective. You see what you could have for yourself, more or less. But then when you see what people don't have and what people have to struggle for just to live, then your viewpoint just completely changes. When I was first at the Youth Institute, it was mind-boggling. I had no idea that experts from all over the world would come to Des Moines, Iowa to speak on such a noble cause, and just the synergy that emanated from it was amazing. Before this internship, I had no idea what I wanted to do. But afterwards, even though my internship was more economics based, I saw the importance of agriculture, and that really spoke to me. And this fall I'll be majoring in agronomy at Iowa State. Well, I was conducting an interview, and it was about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Students were returning home from school, and gradually I felt kind of a shadow on the right side of me. So I looked over, and then there were about 8 or 10 children just kind of peering in to see a white person who they had never seen before. And then I turned back to the interview that I was doing, and then I felt this little chin on my shoulder, on my right shoulder, and so then that was really exciting because until then children had run away from me. They thought I was a ghost. And then I tried to focus again on the interview because I was being given interpreted answers, and then I had lost my place, so I didn't know. I couldn't find where I was supposed to write in the information, and then this little hand came in and pointed to where I had left off. And it was a little girl, and just that moment was so moving because even though she was very young, she was going to private school, she was learning English, and she was getting a future. After schooling, that meant she would get a good job and just have a better life. That was very moving. It's the ultimate learning experience. You learn about a subject scholastically. You learn about a culture that you never thought in a way you never thought possible. I mean, you are completely immersed in that culture, and just being somewhere so far away, you still learn about yourself too. And it's just all those things combined into one, and you couldn't ask for more. Do it, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. I mean.